What's up, Northerners? What's up, Steelers fans? This is Chris with my preview of Week 7 as the Steelers round out the first half of our divisional schedule. The Bengals are coming into Pittsburgh to try to knock off the reigning AFC North champs and the current divisional leaders in the Pittsburgh Steelers. And if they do, we actually run the risk of tying our divisional lead with a very mediocre Baltimore Ravens team, assuming they win this Sunday as well. For the Bengals, what's on the line is a lot of pride and also validation of those 2 wins right before their bye week, which, by the way, could not have come in a worse time for them because just as they were building up a little momentum, they've got to take a week off where you lose that momentum. Then you got to come into Pittsburgh and roll the dice and hope for the best there. To start off, I want to talk about who's not going to make an impact in this week's game. For the Steelers, Tuitt and Marcus Gilbert probably are not going to play with injuries. What that means is that TJ Watt and that Chris Hubbard are going to have fantastic games to fend off this very, very hungry Bengals team. For the Bengals, the major injury news is going to be the season-ending injury to Tyler Eifert, which is very unfortunate. I personally like Eifert. I think he's a good guy. I hate seeing anyone go down, especially for the rest of the season, so I wish him a very speedy recovery. That being said, I'll talk about who actually is going to play in this game and what the keys will be for those guys. On either side of the ball, it's going to come down to the running game. I think it's going to come down to Joe Mixon and Bell kind of duking it out to see who can pull their team towards that finish line the best. For us, we've got to take advantage of that very mediocre offensive line they've got out there in Cincy. And for the Steelers, I'm going to need Maurkice Pouncey, who I've said many, many times is my favorite Steeler right now, to get back out there and keep playing as he has been all season. Every game I go out there and watch, I focus on him. I love seeing the way he blocks, the way he plays, and just keep doing what you're doing. For Bell, though, that task could get a little bit tougher if Hubbard plays. He struggled a lot in that Jaguars game that we did not do so well in. Don't even want to talk about that. So, Hubbard, I need you to bring your A game this Sunday if you're going to be in there. Because every point this week is going to be extremely hard fought. These are the numbers 2 and 3 defenses going at it in a divisional game here early on this season, almost midway through the season. And these Bengals are only giving up 11 points a game. Like I said, it's going to be a tough fight for every single point out there this Sunday. For you fantasy guys, I'll talk about this for a second. There's only one start that I'm comfortable with this Sunday, and that's going to be the Steelers' defense. I think that we're going to be disruptive enough, and we're going to hold them to a low enough point total that the Steelers' defense is going to be a very solid start for you. But I'm just not comfortable with anyone else. I'm talking about even Ben, Bell, Brown. Not even comfortable starting those guys. I mean, Ben's been a little sketchy. Brown, I mean, he's only as good as Ben getting the ball to him. And Bell, I mean, if this game turns out to be what I think it is, it's really going to come down to his success. The Bengals, knowing that, are going to focus on him. And I see that defense pinning their ears back. If you're a betting person, the line I just saw on ESPN is 5.5 points to the Bengals. I might take that because I do think the Steelers are going to win. As big of a Steelers fan as I am, and as much as I would love to see us just whip their ass, I don't think we're going to beat them by that many points. Also, probably even more interesting than that was the over-under. I don't see any team in this game getting above 20 points, and the over-under is 41 points. If I'm a betting man, I'm taking that all day long. And ironically, this Sunday, I just happen to be in Las Vegas, so maybe I'll do just that. That leads me to my prediction for this game. I think this is going to be a 17-16 nail-biter that ends the way the Steelers want, not so much for the Bengals. So I'll end with a shout-out. I want to say what's up to Brown Shoe T2, who I love always checking in and watching what you're saying, how you feel about the games. I pretty much know how you feel from what you said in the past, but it'd be very interesting to catch up with you after this one. And I'll sign off the way, probably my 3rd or 4th favorite way to sign off with fuck the Bengals.